Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have a balanced rack and a few scoring tiles in the F and the B, but I don't think I have a bingo here. I have fabled, and I think I'll go with that. I draw duplicate E, duplicate T. Not a terrible rack, but just wondering if there might be a 7 or an 8 here through a floater. Elect. Elector. I have the tele prefix, so that might assist. Tele cell telcot. Unnerve. Okay. Opponent. I thought that was a bingo for a moment. Do I have anything through this E? I don't think I have an 8 here through an N, or a B, or an F. I do have the con prefix, but the duplicates not making it look very probable for 8s. I'd like to get rid of a C, the C and a T, and an E. Something through the A, perhaps. Locate stops one square short, so I don't like that. Okay. Not seeing anything particularly great. Colt. Oh no, Colt. I'm thinking of Bolt. Cleft. That looks alright. Okay, a slightly better rack there. Cation plus an E. Does my K play anywhere particularly well? I'm not seeing a bingo, but there might be one. I mean, I do have the shin ending, but cation plays here for 35, leaving an E. Is there Is there another 6 that might play here? KE no good, but not seeing anything better than cation. Shocking pickup. Looks like I might be changing. I have Euoi, E-U-O-I, and I'll look to see if that does play anywhere before changing. 10 points, probably just about better than changing. Does this, can I get value off the Q? I can play Ina here for 24. That's actually not a bad move. There's some synergy happening here with IOUS. Provided I don't pick up 3 vowels, I should be looking good. Opponent has a similar idea to me there. Getting value off the Q. Maybe the V or the B. Almost boiserie if the U is an R. Okay, what to do? Change. It's going to be best, I'd say. I'll keep an E and an S. Not a great pickup. U, the Y, and the duplicate I means that I probably won't be bingoing. Lunyi. 11 points. I see. 16 points. Not bad. Opponent scores well with the X. 52 points. Sorry, 42 points. So what to do? Is I see the play? 16. Does interfere with this E, but yeah, not seeing much better. I draw the J, which isn't good for score, but not great for bingos. So probably won't be bingoing this turn. Scores are more or less level for the time being. I have Jedi on my rack. But I really want to get rid of the U. Okay, opponent bingos. I thought I had J-E-U there, but I have Judd, which looks alright. 57. Good rack leave. Scenarios. Or denarius, both might be blocked. Anuries. Anurins through an N. Do I have a 7 here? Unarisen through an N. Ensure plus an A. Does the E give me a 5 vowel 8? I have the EU prefix. Doesn't seem to offer much. Does the L give me anything? Or the V? Opponent taking a bit of time with this move. And I'll go with scenarios. Okay, delayers through an E. Pretty good pickup. Delayers and have the LY ending, which looks quite handy on this rack. Okay, opponent creates a bingo lane for bingos ending in S, G or H. Delays actually looks pretty good here for 36. But do I definitely not have a bingo? It looks very close. If I was to play off Koi, no good. I thought I might have a good scoring spot there. I'll go with delays. Controls the board nicely and scores well. Not such a great rack. I have Grump. I don't have the E for going under Axe anymore. Gramp, I think also good, but Grump would leave the best rack leave, I'd say. Do I have a 6 that plays above EA onto the trip? rug and mat. Similar words. Not seeing anything across there. Partum, pargum. Deft. I think deft might take an S actually. Delft takes an S, and I think deft also takes an S. I might be wrong, but yeah, that's a hot spot. Gramp, that seems to play quite nicely here for 50. I draw a whole bunch of vowels. E-U-O-I, U-O-I. Seems like one way to resolve the rack. Plays here for 10, but provides floaters. Almost better to change with 2 blanks unseen. Voilu. U, not a particularly helpful floater. Decent rack leave, better than changing, I suppose. Although the P does play quite handsomely underneath the U and would score well. So, yeah. Play of pies, for example, P-I-Z-E is a bingo score. So perhaps not the best, but it does interfere with column K. Yeah, I guess there is merit for it, but maybe play Voilu here for 12. Slightly less, 1 point less, but yeah, I think I might go with that actually. Or you are here for 18. I like that even better. Doesn't create any openings. Opponent down to 2.5 minutes now. Aerogel, nice. Bingo by opponent. I have loot here for 26. Terrible rack leave, but it does take out a hot spot, and yeah, the Z is still to come, so hotspots for the Z need to be assessed as well. Just looking at plays through the L. IO light. 18. LU's pretty poor as far as my rack leave's going to be. I'm just thinking of ways to. I think loot, just go for score. I'll deal with the rack as it comes. Yeah, loot for 26. That's a kind pickup. I have Zoist on my rack. That doesn't quite reach the trip at the top there, one square short. What else do I have with the Z? I've got a 28-point lead. It's not a lot. I guess I can check the validity of depths now to see if it is good or not. No. Okay, I'm mixing it up with another word. Delft, I think, is the one that takes the S. So what to do with the Z? I guess Zeit here isn't bad for 33. Opponent unlikely to bingo with that lot. I guess he has Hick and Hug and Sell for a good score. 3 tiles in the bag. Not many bingo lanes to consider. Can I really not get across? Toesies isn't good, is it? Toesies. Toesier, but not toesies. No, I think I'll go with Zeit for 33. I know Zeit. Don't think that'll play anywhere. I know Zeit. Noisiest through an S. Does the LO assist? I have the shin ending. Teleocean. Nah. Tony's. It seems okay for 24, and then just I somewhere. Oh, I didn't actually consider because elute I think is good. Serotonin, no, serotony. Ironiest, yeah. Ironiest and Ilute no good, but yeah, probably wasn't anything there. And I didn't think of the G either. G, I suppose there's no point crying over it now. We'll check what the analyzer has to say. Just play out with my eye somewhere. Wow, not a lot of spots for the eye. I have buy here for 4, and that looks fine. Actually, GI for 5. And that's the end of the game. 408 to me, 349 to opponent. Thank my opponent for the game. And let's see what we missed. Flatbed. Oh, gosh. Yeah, flatbed. Compound word. They often, when you have those clunky consonants, you often find that there is a compound word hidden inside. Anyway, suboptimal. I went with fabled for 32. Unnerve was opponent's, but he could have vain for 22. NRU rack leave. He went with unnerve, just cleared the rack out. I took an age on this rack. I just couldn't see a good play. Actually, float is quite nice. Flote. Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't spot that one. It's a word I do know. So that's a miss. I went with cleft for 10. So acque for 18 for opponent, just to get rid of the Q and some vowels. Cation seems best at 1A. In-ear for opponent was best. He spotted that. Auri for 9. And I think I exchanged, keeping ES. But apparently, Auri's quite nice actually, because scores 9. EIS is a good rack leave, so I didn't consider Auri. Okay, not a huge disaster having exchanged. 42 for Ox. Opponent's move seems fine there. Icy for 16, but tie-in for 27 at C1. Nice. TYIN and Oxy. That sorted the rack out quite well. A little bit vowel heavy, but I kept an extra consonant. And but for the extra 11 points, I certainly would have gone with tie-in. So a slight miss there. And then Rumours for 72. Good find by opponent. And then, Disjune. Wow. That's only very vaguely familiar to me, that one. So not overly disappointed for having missed it. But that played at 9H. Unnerved and Disjune across there. Nice. Yeah, and it would have given, there would have been a trip for each of us to take advantage of at that stage, so that would have been a great play. Judd for 57, I guess it took out the only hot spot at that time, or super hot spot. So some merit to that, and a very strong rack leave, so not a terrible miss in retrospect. Regifted 72. Opponent went with Deft. And yeah, this is when I played Vorians. I think Scenario's probably better because it doesn't leave a floater in the trip lane. I'm surprised that the analyzer puts that as the top play, because Scenarios didn't provide many floaters, whereas Vorians provided floaters out in the open and a strong scoring opportunity in the trip lane. So happy with my play. Scenarios. Opponent still has the 2 blanks there. No bingos this turn. Goes with Vug to create a lane. And Deftly. Yes, of course. Beautiful rack leave. 26 points. I did score fairly well with delays. And it also took out a valuable bingo lane, so happy with my play. Nab for 25, opponent went with that, but BA at 14F. Similar idea, creating the opening, and just slightly better rack leave. And then Gramp seems fine for 50. Gorgeted and overgone, overgive, overgave, overurge, quite a few overwords there through this V. Yep. And opponent went with aerogel. Loot was the best score, but Uoi at 3B. Yeah, I did identify that, but I just thought is it really worth leaving that lane open with a Z out there and some heavyweights like C's, H's and W? I don't know. I just thought, yeah, just limit the extent to which opponent can score using the hotspots. So I closed it down with loot, and then opponent played wet for 32. I had toesies. I mentioned it. I just didn't type it down. Oh, that is really remiss. I talked myself. I know toesier, but toesies is obviously good as well. So, yeah, that was a bit silly of me not to have even tried it after mentioning it. Zeit for 33, suboptimal. And then hip for 27. Tony's for 24. Ovines for 26 through the V. Ovines at 10G. Oh, because Dice. Ovines. Right, nice. Okay. 26. And Tony seems fine for 24. And then opponent know-how for 22. Went with woe for 22. And GI to go out. So pretty good game all in all. A few misses. A few suboptimal plays. Especially toesies. I don't know why I didn't try it. But yeah, enjoyed playing that one. And I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.